You know that moment when someone walks into a Montessori classroom and whispers, "It just feels different in here?" They're right, it does. And that's the point. Montessori feels different because it was never designed to replicate traditional school. It was built to transform it. It's not a spin on conventional teaching, it's a rejection of it. Montessori flipped the script before student centered learning was even a phrase. Most of us were raised in systems that equate good teaching with control. The adult stands at the front, holds the answers, sets the pace, rewards the compliant. So when people step into a Montessori classroom where children move freely, speak softly, make decisions, and sometimes disagree, it looks unusual. It feels uncertain. But what we're really feeling is the absence of control. Montessori learning looks different because it restores something schooling took away: the child's right to agency. For so long, we've mistaken order for obedience, silence for focus, and compliance for growth. We've normalized teacher centered schooling so deeply that when children think independently, we call it defiance. Montessori was and still is a radical act of trust. It says children are not empty, they are full of potential. And our job as adults is to prepare an environment that lets that potential unfold, not one that scripts it. When Maria Montessori opened her first classroom in 1907, she was responding to an educational system built for the industrial age: rows, bells, efficiency. Schools were designed to produce workers, not thinkers. Montessori looked at those structures and saw something dangerous: the loss of human freedom. She built a model that honored curiosity, concentration, and community. A century later, we still call it different because the world around us hasn't caught up yet. Even inside Montessori communities, we sometimes feel pressure to make it look more like a regular school. We crave what feels familiar: visible instruction, linear progress, quiet compliance, because those are the metrics that we were raised to believe in. But the moment we start sanding down Montessori's edges, we really start to lose what makes it powerful. Montessori was never meant to fit in. It was meant to show what's possible when we build education around human potential instead of adult comfort. That difference we feel isn't a flaw. It's a signal that something deeper is happening. Montessori asks something of us as adults: to unlearn our own conditioning, to resist the urge to intervene, to believe that trust, not control, builds competence. It's hard work. It asks for humility, courage, patience. But every time we hold that space, every time we choose trust over authority, we are practicing peace in real time. So the next time someone says, "Just feels different in here," don't rush to explain it. Smile, because what they're noticing is education as it was meant to be: alive, autonomous, and rooted in respect. Montessori feels different because it asks us to be different too: different in how we see children, different in how we define success, different in how we imagine what schools can be. That difference is not something to hide or soften, it's something to protect. Because in a world trying to normalize control, Montessori's difference is what keeps freedom alive. And maybe that's exactly the kind of different the world needs most right now. This has been Montessori Unlocked.